Hey folks, I wanted you to see this because I don't trust anything this guy has to say. Yeah, you buddy. I think he's just running because he knows that Trump's coming in to town. Now, this morning, he said he didn't have COVID, that he tested negative, him and his wife, after being exposed to a member of his senior staff who tested positive. So, that was this morning. Supposedly he took the test this morning. Governor's office confirms Duty Chief of Staff for Intergovernmental Affairs Mike Dalamater is a staff member who tested positive for COVID and had contact with the governor Saturday. Contact tracing ongoing as Governor and First Lady and Delamarty are quarantined. Okay, now supposedly she tested negative. All right, so check this out. I don't believe anything this guy has to say.
I was just informed by my colleagues that I was in close proximity to someone on Saturday who has just tested.
So from Saturday to Wednesday, if you believe supposedly in this tracing, he should trace back all the people that he came in contact with.
Our top story tonight, 2 senior members of Governor Murphy's staff testing positive for COVID-19. This news forcing the governor to abruptly end the news conference and immediately go into quarantine. Tonight, News 12 New Jersey's Alex Adan reports the governor and his wife have tested negative. Alex is joining us live.
Okay, so now she's saying that's this morning that they tested negative. Okay? Okay?
And that's right, Dela. Governor Phil Murphy and First Lady Tammy Murphy both have tested negative for COVID-19. However, the couple are quarantining out of an abundance of caution. We're finding out tonight that 2 senior members of the Murphy administration have tested positive for COVID-19, and contact tracers are working to determine if there's an outbreak in the governor's office.
I was just informed by my colleagues that I was in close proximity to someone on Saturday who has just tested positive.
That unexpected announcement from Governor Murphy coming halfway through an event at Camden County Community College Wednesday afternoon.
Okay, so now he says he tested he what in the hell? Okay, so now watch this. His wife tested negative. This came out 2 hours ago. He tests positive. The governor says he tested positive. I wonder if they're going to play the whole thing, because he says it. He says, I tested positive. And I'm like, why am I not recording this? Why? I had a million things to do this morning. That's why.
The governor's deputy chief of staff for intergovernmental affairs, Mike Delamater, tested positive for COVID-19. And despite the governor testing negative on Monday, Murphy deciding to practice what he preaches and quarantine until at least the weekend. Later in the day, the governor's office revealing senior advisor Dan Bryan also has tested positive for COVID-19.
I have no symptoms. Again, I tested negative on Monday, but I got to go take myself at least off the field and get tested again today. As you all know, just because
So he doesn't even trust the test. He's saying, on Monday I tested negative. All weekend, supposedly he went into quarantine, self-quarantine. Monday he was out and about, got a test, said it was negative. His wife was negative. Yet, oh my God.
And you got tested Sunday morning. That doesn't really tell you a lot. You got to wait and see to make sure there wasn't anything incubating. So I apologize.
The governor left the event in Blackwood, Camden County within minutes of his announcement. Both he and First Lady Tammy Murphy tested negative for COVID Wednesday afternoon, but have canceled all in-person events. The governor's saying it was a...
So he doesn't even trust the tests. He supposedly got a test Sunday, then he got a test today. He doesn't even trust the test. He didn't do a rapid test, that's for damn sure, because apparently they're like, what, on the spot kind of ordeal?
matter of holding himself the same standard he held President Trump.
That trip was completely unacceptable, completely reckless, and completely uncalled for.
When the president
They
traveled
cut
to
it
the
out.
Bedminster Golf Club.
They cut it out. They cut it out. Because he said he tested positive. I know he said it. He said he tested positive. I should have frickin' recorded this.
Earlier this month, after learning one of his aides tested positive for COVID-19.
I can't ask President Trump not to come to Bedminster and do a fundraiser.
So you test negative, your wife tests negative, you came in close contact with somebody that was positive, yet you test negative. So I guess you're so I guess walking around with somebody that has a positive test is, you know where I'm going here, right, folks? This guy is a liar. He closed down our whole state, and he's gonna do it again.
Have to sit here.
Now, the
I
governor
think
is
that's where he said it, because they cut it out.
63 years old. He had
Cut it
major
out.
surgery back in March, so he may be immune compromised. Now, the governor telling people to get tested 5 to 7 days after potential exposure because the tests are more accurate then. So it could be...
Oh, so the tests are more accurate. 5 to 7 days. Oh my God! What am I watching?
until the end of this weekend, until the governor knows whether or not he's clear from the COVID-19 that's now in his own administration. In the news...
All right, so watch this. Murphy tests positive for COVID. This was a day ago. Murphy tests positive. This is on MSN. The governor announced he had tested positive. What is going on? The news broke in the middle of the press, in which the governor received a text message and informed him that he was positive. Yet he said in that thing, in that video rather, that he tested and he was going into quarantine because his staff member, not because of him, because his staff member, and he had to wait a couple days for the result. Come on! Come on, man.
Positive for COVID-19, and contact tracers are working to
Oh, what the flip. All right, thanks for listening to me scream and yell. Isn't it great?